everyone. I hope you are enjoying this beautiful sunshiny day. It is so beautiful out there. I just love this weather. But I wondered, yesterday we talked about taking time for the front porch and firefly moments. I hope in those moments you notice the beautiful sunflowers around. And that's what we're going to do today. So we are going to make a card full of beautiful sunshine. Let me show you what we are using, our supplies. This one is a really fun. I don't know if you had looked through your kit already, but this is our jar, but we have printed it on a vellum paper so you can see through it. And then we have our new sunflowers, card expression, her card cutout 82. I love it. And then we are again going to use our wooden farmhouse tags. They are so fun and so quick and easy. We'll also be using our Daylily mini stripes. And this is just such a cute paper. As I was considering what we wanted to do in the while we were on the farm, I just couldn't help but think about like a tea towel and just that old-fashioned sort of look, kitchen look. And so I created this. It's called the blue tea towel, but I just love it. I think it fits so perfectly with the sunshine card and then with the sunflower card. And then we have a new card wrap or envelope wrap to go with it that's coordinating, so we'll work more with that later. So the first thing we're going to do is I am going to cut my paper in half. Now I really like to have a paper trimmer that I can extend the arm out so I can get all my measurements accurate. And I am just going to cut this at 5.5. And that is perfect size for an A2 card. And then I will fold that. We'll move this out of the way. And I'm just going to fold this in half. Okay. And I will move these pieces out of the way because with the magic of TV or videos, we already have our pieces cut out. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to show you the little mason jar that we have here and a little trick that I want to point out. You know, I used to blame the kids when I couldn't find the scissors, but now that all my kids are gone, I don't know if I can, well, I'll still blame them. They won't know. But I could not find my X-Acto knife anywhere, so I have resorted to a manly X-Acto knife. And I am just going to cut a little bit of a slit in this center part of the top of my jar because I want it to look like my stems are actually coming through the jar. So, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do a little variation of the card as well, at least lay it out so you can see how versatile everything is. I'm going to go ahead and cut the little slit in here as well. I hope you can find your X-Acto knife, but this isn't a bad idea either. It works. So, I'm going to build a different card to start with. We're just going to check that out. So you can see I have slipped my stem in here. And you can see how you can just see through this little opaque glass. I love that. And then you can see that the stem is coming up through the jar. And then I thought, okay, I was just picturing a little single stem of a sunflower. But then I thought, oh, I bet it would be cute on our little frames, the greenery frames. So you could choose any stem, but I went ahead and I'm going to use the smaller sunflower. Just breaking the frame a little bit there. And then just tucking in a few leaves, but I do want them to be under the flower. Goodness, I might have to stick this down a little bit so I don't keep messing it up. But this isn't the final card I want to make. I just want you to see how flexible we can be. And oh dear, I'm making it all upside down for you. Let me rotate it so you can have a better look. And then I thought how cute it would be to just add the simple phrase, scatter sunshine. And then, you can't stop there. I'm like, oh, what would I put as a background? And I really thought this yellow gingham was cute. A fun little happy card there. Or I tried our, French blue gingham. And I thought that just really made the yellow pop a little more. And then I thought about our jumbo leaves. So you can see there are so many things that you can do with our card cutouts. It is just takes just a little bit of imagination. So now that we've kind of played around a little bit, let's go ahead and make our card. Okay, so let me grab it off the frame here. And detach it. Okay, so here's our card we're working on. And I have my little jar I'm going to be placing here. And I am using the large sunflower and the medium sunflower. I'm going to use those together. And I'm going to put multiple stems coming down through our little pot here. So I'm going to take this one. Now the funny thing I noticed, but I like how it looks anyway, and that is I have 3 stems down here, but I only have 2 flowers, but I really like 3 stems better in my pot. So I'm going to go ahead and leave 3 stems. Now I'm just going to tuck them in. I do like how they cross over. So I'm just going to try and position them. This long one, I am going to actually cut off part of it because I'm going to use it for another project. Okay, so I have all my little stems in there, and now I'm just going to tuck this one, pull back in just a little bit more. Now what I'm going to do is just turn it over, and along the very top edge here, I'm just going to tape those in place. Now, sometimes, depending on what adhesive you're using, you can see it through the vellum, but this doesn't matter because we are going to have other things sitting on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off this stem here because we do not need it so long, and we're going to use it on a little gift tag. Okay, so one other little secret. So remember how we have talked how it's really nice to bend your petals and just give it a little more dimension? So sometimes you can actually take and cut in a little deeper. Now, if there's like several petals there, I wouldn't try and interrupt them. But when it's just 2 single petals coming up next to each other, that's kind of an easy place to just snip down a little further. And then you can kind of start to bend and just create a little more dimension in your flower there. You can see how when we get that hooked on, how cute that's going to pop. I'm going to go ahead and use my double-sided tape. I'm going to put it again at the very top of my little jar. I'm going to stick it in. Now I can, just one second, I need to grab my puffy tape. Okay, so I have my puffy tape here, and I'm just going to adhere this first sunflower down because it is actually behind this other sunflower. And what I might want to do too is get my leaves positioned how I want them. And remember, you can bend those a little bit too to add some dimension. And I think I'll use the puffy tape for that as well. And then I like to tuck it in just a little bit so it looks like a natural flower. Okay, now we'll go ahead. That's kind of the position. I'm just going to set it there. And now I'm going to grab my other 2 leaves and kind of see how they are positioning. Okay, so I think that's feeling good. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere those as well. I'm just going to tuck it right in up there and do the next sleeve. And you know, sometimes I will use a double layer of mounting tape, and I think I might do that on this next flower, just because I want to give it a little extra pop. This one looks like we could scoot it up just a smidge, but I want to make sure that I have this flower on top of it. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of curl the edges, add that little bit of extra dimension. Okay, so I am going to use a double layer of mounting tape for this flower because I want to give it a little more dimension. So I'm just sticking on one layer and then the next layer right on top of it. And now I'm just positioning that flower so you can see how it's just a little taller than the flower next to it. And I'm going to go ahead and use a little mounting tape on my ladybug. Now, the ladybug, those little antennas are kind of tricky to cut out. But I don't try and get all the detail. You're just getting the idea that they're there. So just stick that on anywhere that you like. You could put it down here. You could put it buzzing around here. It'd be cute to have it up here and then do some little dashed lines or little buzz lines, we call them. Anyway, so you can see how cute it is. On my sample, I used Heard You Caught a Bug. That would be so nice just to drop off to somebody if they're not feeling well. Or I love this with it too, the Scatter Sunshine. That would be cute. It seems like there was another sentiment. Oh yes, there is. You are my sunshine. So a lot of cute little messages that you could put with that. And honestly, it's cute without a sentiment. So there are so many fun things you can do. And then you could actually stick a little sentiment inside as well, add another ladybug, and you would just finish off your card. So cute. So, but before we carry, oh, you can see this is flapping just a little bit. I don't really love that. So what I did is I just took just a little piece, a little sliver of my double-sided tape. I did it where the lines are so it'd be less distracting, and just double-side that down. So simple, but what a cute card full of a lot of sunshine that you could deliver to somebody. Okay, and then I want you to see how cute this envelope wrapper is with this card. So remember, we are just, because, let's see, I better find the right side of the top side of the envelope. So I've got it here. I position how I want and fold it so I can come back easily, and then tear off or peel off one side of your adhesive. And then you're just going to position the fold. Now look, isn't that the cutest envelope? And then the back, you can write your return address. But I also wanted to show you inside of this envelope and how cute it would be to make with the yellow on the outside. So you can see it is so fun and so easy to use our card cutouts. Let me just show you a tag. Tags are so handy to have on hand to brighten someone's day or to stick on a present. Okay, I'm going to use now my little piece that I had cut off. Let's see. I lost my sample, so I guess you're just going to be surprised when we're done with it. So I've got my little sample here, and I am just going to use my double-sided tape. And what's really handy with using double-sided tape, see how extra that is? I just fold it over. Now it's just a skinny and fits perfectly. So I'm just going to get both of that, and let's see. I think I had it going off this side. So I'm just putting my little stem on. And then on this one, I am using the little partially open sunflower, this little bloom, and I'm going to use the mounting tape on it as well. Tags are so handy because you can just use the little bits and pieces you have left from other projects, and that just makes it so nice. And then I'm going to stick my leaf on. And again, I want to make sure that I tuck my leaf behind my flower, and you can experiment if you want it to go behind the stem. I'm just going to go ahead and just tuck it into the flower. And you could put it on this side or you could put it on this side. Either way. Make sure everything is stuck down well. And then, let's see. I'm going to use my mounting tape again for this little ladybug. And this ladybug could go in so many different places. So with this little sentiment I was going to add, you are my sunshine, I could stick it down here and have my little ladybug. Or we can put it more up here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stick it down here. And I'm just going to use the double-sided tape for this. I don't think adding dimensions maybe is necessary right there. But I love this little saying, you are my sunshine. And then we're going to add this little ladybug. And there you go. A cute, easy tag. Punch a hole, add a little jute, but you can see how easy it is to scatter sunshine with our new sunflower card cutout. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and notice the beautiful sunflowers that are out. They just brighten any spot you find them. Happy camping!